G'day ladies and gents, Rock Ranger 303 here. I'm going to do a video on making biltong. I went out the other day and I shot a camel. I was actually testing some bullets. I was going to do a review on some bullets, but I didn't get any footage that I can use, so that's going to have to wait, which is a bit of a shame. But I got this camel meat, so I'm going to try making biltong. I've made jerky from camel meat before, and it works really well because it's dry. It doesn't have fat through it. It's like a lot of other game meats, it's very lean. It's a lot like beef in flavour and even appearance. It just doesn't have the fat through it. So I've got this camel meat. I'm going to make some jerky. I don't have some biltong, I mean, and I don't have any idea how to make biltong. So I got on the internet and I googled up all these different ways of making biltong the authentic way, and every single one of them is different. Dozens and dozens of ways to make biltong, and they're all authentic apparently, but they're all different. So I've given it away any idea of trying to make it authentically. There's a South African bloke who lives near here, but he's a bit of a spanker, so I'm not going to ask him. I'm just going to do it the way that I want to do it, which is an amalgamation of all these other ways that I've seen. And I'm not going to claim it's authentic, so don't every South African person get on here and tell me I'm doing it wrong, because all I'm doing it is my way. It's an experiment, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll share it with you guys. But we'll get cracking on it, I think. So, ladies and gents, here's my piece of camel meat. This is only a small part of it. Big animals, camel, you get a lot of meat off them, which is one of the reasons why I want to do some of this. So, sharp knife, I'm going to go along the muscle, and they reckon that biltong should be about 1 centimetre thick, or I don't know, it's a bit less than a ½ inch in the old way. So I'm going to start doing that. And I'll just keep doing that until I get through all this. Another one while you're watching, and I'll probably do the rest. I want to try to get it all the same thickness so that it all is ready at the same time, like it dries out at the same rate, but I'm not very good at doing these sort of things, so we'll see how we go. But you'd swear that was beef, wouldn't you? But that's actually camel meat, and it really tastes a lot like beef as well. There is a bit thick, so I might cut that off. But anyway, I'll do the rest of this, and then we'll get on to the processing of it, the marinating of it and everything. I'll catch up with you then. So, ladies and gents, I've cut up all my meat. There's a lot of it too, and it's all in strips of about 1 centimetre. I've tried to be as accurate as I can and as even as I can, but they're all over the place. But anyway, never mind. So now, start the marinade. The wet ingredients, start with brown vinegar. I've got some Worcestershire sauce. Notice all the black and white because I'm cheap. Some soy sauce. And I'm going to use some Tabasco, and that way when I give it away it'll be too hot for a lot of people and they won't want to take it, and we'll have more for ourselves. Dry ingredients, some black pepper, I've got some mixed herbs there, some garlic powder and some smoked paprika. So I'll go ahead, I'll mix up all the wet ingredients, coat the meat, and then the dry ingredients on top of that. When I've got my act together, I'll come back to you. Very scientific, exact measurements. How much of that do you reckon? That do? What do you think? You're not going to answer me, Beth?
No.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough? Oh. Pepper. In fact, I'll do each piece with the pepper. Oops. Oh, the more the better. And I'll just keep doing that until they're all done. Then I'll come back to you. So there we have it. More than 5 kilos worth of meat. So that's supposed to reduce down to about half, or about 50% of its weight. It should lose the moisture out of the meat. And a lot of recipes say leave it in the fridge for 24 hours, or leave it with just the liquid ingredients for 24 hours and then wipe it off and then put on the dry ingredients and blah, blah, blah. There's all these variations. The way I'm looking at it is that when these recipes originated, they didn't have refrigeration. They just hung up, and they probably didn't have herbs and garlic and all the other things that they had either. So they probably just hung them up, just like I've done with jerky in the past here. So I'm going to do that. So there we have it, ladies and gents. It's all hung up on paper clips on the wife's clothes area. Don't tell her. I don't think she watches any of my videos, so that's all right. It's in my gun room of all places, but it's very dry here. I live in the desert. The humidity today is less than 10%. And I'm just going to put a fan on in here, leave the window open, and we'll see how it goes for 7 days odd. I'll check it every day probably, and we'll see how we go. If it poisons me, then it poisons me. I'll know not to do that again, but I'll check back in a few days. So ladies and gents, it's about 36 hours later or 40 hours later or something. It's a bit shy of 2 days, and it seems to be going okay. I wouldn't really know, I suppose, but when I look at it, the meat's started to dry right out. These thinner pieces, like this here, they're almost like jerky. They're gone nice and hard. The thicker pieces are softer, but they're supposed to stay like that, I think, with biltong. But anyway, we'll see. But it seems to be going okay. No smell. Smells really strongly of spices and stuff in here. It smells quite nice actually. But check back in a couple of days and see how it's going. All right, ladies and gents, so this is the result of only about a week's worth of drying. It's supposed to take a bit longer than that, but it went really quick because the air here in the desert is so dry. And I weighed it not long ago. Apparently, all the research that I've done, it says that biltong should lose about half its weight, which is obviously the water evaporating from it, or evaporating from it. But this has lost more than half its weight, which is just unavoidable. It's just a consequence of the air being so dry. But anyway, we're going to have a go at it. And actually, this is a lot less than what I had, because everybody's been into it. The members of the family and anyone who's come to visit has been just hoeing into it, and I've tried it myself. I'm not really that keen on it. It's all right, but it's just, I might try some different spices or something next time. But anyway, that's what it looks like on the inside. It's supposed to go like that deep purple colour, I'm told. And it's not bad, you know. I'm going to call it a win anyway. So, just one more way to process your game meat and keep it. And really good bargaining thing if you want favours or you want to get on the right side of people in the community, because everybody seems to like it. Anyway, like I said, I'm calling it a win. Hope you have luck with yours. Hope you enjoyed watching. I've got nothing further for you. So, Rock Ranger out.